Hello, good evening. My name is Eka, Empress Eka, and we are here at Energy Radio Studios as well as the Nzo Media Hub. It's a beautiful evening, and I'm very excited to share this live with you. Welcome to our Instagram Live. Get ready, get yourself comfortable because it's going to be an amazing session where we're going to be speaking about the journey to the crown, so to speak. And I am joined by a beautiful, beautiful lady, first runner up for Miss Uganda 2023 and 2024. And she's here with us to tell us so much, but let her introduce herself first. Hello, Whitney.
Hello, good
Please
evening.
introduce yourself to our
Again?
viewer. Yes, again.
Okay, hello, good evening. My name is Whitney Ademun, and I'm the first runners-up Miss Uganda 2023-2024.
Lovely.
Yeah.
You look beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank
You
you.
always do.
You haven't seen me
I haven't.
when I've just woken up, but yeah.
Is it that bad?
I'm not going to say much.
Trust me, I've been there. Every day at 3 a.m.
You
Yeah.
work on the morning show.
Exactly.
That's
So you can
terrible.
imagine. But how are you doing? How have you been?
I'm good. I've been good. I've been answering so many questions
You
from people
have?
personally. So I
Wow.
think this is better to just talk
Sit
to
and
people
relax.
in general.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, this gives out so much output for just one sitting.
Yeah, that's
We're
true.
so glad to have you.
I'm so happy to be here.
So we're gonna just dive into the journey to the crown. Just speak a bit about what we need to do, how we need to get there, and talk about the upcoming Miss Uganda 2024-2025 pageantry.
Yeah.
So I believe everybody knows a bit about the pageantry. So I'm just gonna dive right into it so we can have so much more information shared in the shortest time. So, Whitney, I'd like to ask you I think let me start with the general questions. Something that will generally allow someone to understand what exactly we are talking about here. So, what can I start with? So, when does the search for Miss Uganda 2024-2025 launched, and when did it begin? Are we already in it?
Yeah, we're already in it.
Okay.
It launched last week.
Yes.
Last week on Thursday. The
Yeah,
launch
that's
was there at Sheraton.
Okay.
And this weekend they're in West Nile. That is
Right.
Arua, and they're doing the competition for the Miss Uganda West Nile.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's this weekend.
It's this weekend.
Yeah.
I think according to the post, it said our auditions are today, actually,
Yes,
25th
they are.
April finale, and then the 27th, which is on Saturday, will be the actual final choosing.
Yeah.
So it's been about what? 3 days? Okay, 2 days for the actual thing, 25th to 27th.
Yeah.
Is this the standard time for most of the regions? Do you think this is going to be the standard timing?
It is the standard timing
Okay.
because that was the same timing that we had in our year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because I went for
Okay.
the Eastern Regionals. So
Yes.
on the first day, you do the auditions.
Yes.
And then they pick out the people
Right.
who have made it through. The second day is more like training,
Right.
going through the basics. And then the third day is the actual finale.
We're talking about training for the final,
Well, yeah, for the regional final.
regional final, right?
Because there's so many girls who don't know how to walk, they don't know
Yes.
how to speak, they don't know anything.
Yeah.
So it isn't extensive, but it's just a little training for the
Okay.
day.
So tell me about the Eastern region competition for your case. How was it? Were you scared? Were you nervous?
I was scared. I was very scared and very nervous.
Right? Were there many
Yeah.
girls?
We weren't actually that many. We were
Okay.
about 26 girls.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that was my very first time going to Ginger, like all
Wow.
alone, and then going. Then I didn't know anybody at all.
Really?
Yeah, but then when I got there, all the girls were so friendly. Everybody was like, "Hi, how are you? This is my name. I'm so and so."
That's nice.
Yeah, it was very nerve-wracking, but it's better than the Kampala
Is
audition.
it?
Yes.
You've seen the Kampala one.
I came back for the Kampala
Yeah.
ones, but I entered into the room. Very intimidating.
Right. So you actually feel the pressure of the challenge.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's interesting to know. So, I mean, for somebody out there, a lady out there, a young lady that actually wants to join the challenge,
Yeah.
let's start with the basics. What does she need to do? What does she need to have? What are her requirements before she even thinks of joining?
Of joining. Well, if you're just thinking about the auditions, is that you need to download the form.
Oh yeah.
Take it where they have put for you to take it if you're in the region or
Okay.
in Kampala.
Okay.
And then you just need a pair of skinny jeans.
Oh.
Maybe like 2 pairs of skinny jeans and a vest.
Okay.
For the initial auditions.
Yeah.
For the Kampala one, sometimes they tell you to do swimwear.
Yes.
But you must have swimwear and then something to tie around.
Oh, like a wrapper?
Yeah, like
Okay.
a wrapper. And that's basically it. Then there's a
Okay.
registration fee. For our year, it was 20,000.
Oh, yes.
I'm not sure how
It
much
is today,
it is this
yeah.
year, but that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I do need to actually come with some money for
Yeah.
the registration fee.
Yes.
Okay. I believe that you can find that out when you're picking out the form.
Yes.
Okay. The first stop obviously being Arua, and we've delved into a bit of that information. So if you're in Arua, today was audition. It's already 6 p.m. If you did miss it, you can change district. But no, and so do you know the next region that we're going
The next region is North.
North. We're
Yes.
talking Gulu,
Yeah.
Lira,
Yes.
Kitgum. Okay,
If you go
Pade.
into details.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so how long is this entire process from Arua to Kampala finals, Miss Uganda?
It's
How long are we
about
looking at?
Like a month and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are 5 regions.
Yes.
So it takes about, but that's considering in case there are any setbacks, but it's about
Right.
a month and a half to.
Okay, so we're actually on the clock, so don't mess around.
You can't mess around.
Okay, so tell us about your journey shortly. Like you have been first runner-up Miss Uganda.
Yeah.
What has it done for you? What has changed about you?
It has been an amazing journey.
Okay.
I think I've had to learn so many things about myself. I've had to adapt to so many different situations.
Okay.
But I've met so many amazing people.
That's
I'll
good.
start with here and
Oh,
media,
yeah.
energy. But I've worked with so many brands, met so many amazing people.
Right.
Yeah, got so many opportunities through it.
Right.
It's been
been a
an
journey.
amazing
Okay,
journey.
so you'd
Yeah.
say you're a much better woman than you
Yes,
were.
Yes. Also a much busier
A
one.
much-
So busy.
Is it a lot of work for being Miss Uganda or first runner-up? Do you have a lot of duty?
It's not necessarily like that, but I also work a full-time job
yes, personal
as an
job.
HR. Yes,
Okay.
so between the HR and the Miss Uganda, it can be quite a lot.
Busy. That's
Yeah.
right. I remember when you won the Miss Uganda first runner-up,
Yeah.
you had short hair. You actually had no hair.
I had no hair at all.
So, did that intimidate you? Is that something a girl today or lady looking out for this contest to not to be worried about? Is this something?
I don't think it's something to be worried about, but I
Okay.
will say that if you're entering any competition, you
Yeah.
need to have something that sets you apart,
Yeah.
something that people can remember you by.
Be different?
Yeah, exactly. So for me, it was having no hair. It was
Oh,
very
wow.
easy to be like, oh, that's the girl with no hair in the
wow.
competition. Yeah.
Did you get bullied or anything?
No, there was no bullying.
Oh,
There was no
okay.
bullying at all
Good.
during the boot
High
camp.
discipline.
The girls, everybody wants to make it, so you can't be
Yes.
caught bullying people.
Imagine being kicked out.
Imagine.
Okay, so I think what other question I'd ask is you've talked about the benefits, but I want to also talk about Miss Uganda herself, Hannah Karama.
Yeah.
You've been around her; she's your friend.
Yeah.
What have you seen as some of the benefits of actually being Miss Uganda? Because at the end of the day, anyone watching wants to get that crown.
Yeah.
So if you want to, if we're to encourage them, what would you actually, basing on what you've seen with Hannah, what do you think is the biggest advantage of winning Miss Uganda 2024?
To be honest, Hannah's journey has been so amazing
It has.
because by the time we entered bootcamp, she had just finished Form 6.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Nice.
And she was just like in her vacation, and then watching her throughout the whole process. Now she's like a full-grown woman now.
Yes, you can't even imagine.
Yeah, but she has also gotten so many brand ambassadorship
Oh,
deals.
yes.
Yeah, there is, to be honest, very few brands that she hasn't gotten to
That's
work
nice.
with. Yeah, and then she's gotten to travel too.
Yeah,
And of course,
I
Miss
know.
World,
Miss
and she made
World,
it to
yeah.
top 8.
She did an
it was
amazing job.
She did such an amazing
Yeah.
job, to be honest.
And by the way, if you want to know, yes, you have to be 18 to 26 years old to actually enter the pageantry. You must be Ugandan. Education levels at least to S6. So yes, Hannah was in the know. And so what's this about? You can't actually have kids. You can't be married. Why?
Well, not being married is an international standard.
Oh,
Yes.
for any pageantry.
Yeah, so if you want, it is a requirement, because if you're participating in Miss Uganda, you represent it in Miss World. And in Miss World, you're not supposed to be married because it's Miss.
Miss,
Yes.
not Mrs.
There are pageants for Misses, but this
Okay.
one particularly is Miss.
Okay.
And then for the not having kids is that we have very busy schedules, and sometimes you get to work a lot in the evenings with going for events, and you can have long days,
course.
waking up in the morning and sleeping late,
Of
and
course.
you having a child and doing that at the same time
It's hard.
It's really
It's literally
hard.
impossible.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And what do you think is the most important aspect about this contest for anyone that actually wants to participate, even if we don't get to the final? But what do you think, if someone walked away, they will live with?
I think
That I got this from Miss Uganda.
Yeah, it's self-improvement, because you cannot make it far in the competition without working on yourself.
Okay.
Because there are certain things that they expect of you, there are certain things that they teach you.
Right.
But above all is that you have to learn certain things, and the things that are better for you.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to have a better mindset, how to be smarter, how to dress better, how to act around people, how to be social.
Right.
There are so many things you learn about yourself that are amazing.
Okay, that's great. Are you still friends with many of the girls that you
Yeah, we're still
contested
friends.
with?
We are still friends. We see each other all the time. We have a WhatsApp group.
I love that. That's
Yeah,
great.
But we're not friends. We're sisters, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Is this entire competition a sisterhood thing, or you come and your solos pack at the end?
No, it's a sisterhood thing, because you can't make it alone.
Yeah.
It has a lot of pressure. It's very intense. So if you separate yourself from the girls,
Yeah.
you're not going to be okay, actually. It's going to be very hard on you.
Challenging.
Yeah, but then more like instead of seeing it as a competition, we see it as these are the same very people who are facing the same pressures that we are facing, who are trying to do better the same way that we are doing better. So we are like sisters, because we went through the same experience.
Together.
Yeah.
So you all know what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, and is it allowed, if you did participate last year in the pageantry, can you still join this year?
If you didn't get a title,
Yes.
you can still participate this year. But if you did get a title, you need to hand it over to someone.
Of
and
course.
You can't be
You can't
the
do
one
it.
handing it over while you're a contestant.
Imagine handing it back to yourself.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's not allowed.
Yeah, but you can compete in the other years, just not the year that's
That's
after
next.
yours.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, but I'll probably be older, but it's okay. A miss is a miss. Okay. So what advice would you give to someone just before they actually join? I'm talking in terms of attitude, I'm talking in terms of dress code. Yes, you did mention come in your skinny jeans and a white t-shirt and your swimwear for the swim section. But someone who is joining Miss Uganda, what mindset should they come with?
I think, first of all, they should be very disciplined.
Okay.
They should know that this is not only about them. It's a group thing. It's about the foundation. It's about the work that you're supposed to do as a Miss Uganda. It's about your sisters. You cannot come thinking selfishly.
Yes.
You have to be very selfless.
Generous,
Yeah.
yes.
And then at the same time is that you need to know that there are very many girls, there are hundreds of girls who are auditioning.
Right.
You might not even make it past the first audition.
Right.
You might not make it to boot camp. Or if you make it to boot camp, you might not get a title. You might not make it to top 3.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you need to know that, yes, I'm entering, and I might think I am amazing.
Yeah.
But the other girls are not more amazing than you are.
Yeah,
but
you have
they are
something
what-
unique.
Yes, they are what maybe the foundation might need.
Right.
So be ready to win, but also be ready to lose. Don't
Okay.
be sad if you lose.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring you back to this, but let's talk about hair. You came in with short hair.
Yeah.
So is there like a style like you're not prohibited to have this? For example, weaves, wigs, hair extensions and whatnot. Can I still come with my braids, or I have to have a natural look, my natural hair combed out? What
No,
are we
you can
talking
come in
about?
whichever hairstyle that you have.
Okay.
Just keep it neat.
Okay.
Yeah, always keep it neat
Presentable.
and clean. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And how about, are they looking at things like skincare? Are they looking at anything that requires me to actually have taken care of myself before I got to the pageant? What if I have pimples and yet I still have all the other requirements?
Yeah.
Can I still make it?
I had a lot of acne actually during the competition. I had a lot of pimples because
Oh.
Before the competition, my skin was okay, but
Right.
because of how intense the
Oh, yes,
competition
the
was,
stress.
yeah, and my skin can be sensitive, so
broke
I
out.
actually it broke out. I had a lot
Oh.
of pimples throughout the whole time, but
Oh.
that isn't considered
Okay.
because they're looking more at you as a person
Yeah.
than your outward appearance. It
Of
isn't
course.
about your size or how clear your skin is.
Yes.
It's about who you are as a person. Yeah.
All right. And another question, still on the same requirements. What about my sense of fashion? Can I bring my own creativity to it if I carry a scarf or if I add some really amazing earrings? Am I allowed to be creative in the process?
You are allowed to be creative. You're allowed to bring whatever it is you want to bring. There are some general rules, like let's say from Monday to Thursday, it's more of official wear.
Okay.
So they don't necessarily restrict you to which sort of official wear.
As long as it
yes,
looks...
but it's like very official because we're going through lessons from morning till evening. But over the weekend, you can dress however you want.
Feel free.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You did talk about you had acne and whatnot, but maybe let me just go ahead and then I'll come back to that. So, fine, I have to pay a 20,000 fee if I want to get the registration. How about throughout the rest of the pageantry? When I now finally come to Kampala, do I need some money? Most of these young ladies will need to know this because you're leaving Arua and you're coming to Kampala. How are you going to survive? Is everything taken care of?
Actually, during the audition process, you can pack your own things. They don't really ask you for much because they know you haven't yet made it, so they don't want you to spend a lot of money that you don't need to spend.
Okay.
Yeah, so just bring a bit of money for something to eat.
Okay.
If you're coming to Kampala and you don't have anywhere to stay, so obviously have some money for accommodation.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, needing money comes in when you've made it to boot camp because there are certain things that you need for boot camp. They are not unreasonable. They're just like very sensible things that you need, like certain outfits, certain shoes that you need. But there isn't anything that is really like
serious.
Outside,
you're not about to start paying rent or anything.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's talk about more things like transportation.
Yeah.
We need to go to, every single day you said you have to go to class.
Yeah.
When we do actually make it to the boot camp, do I need to transport myself? Is there a van that's going to be picking me up, or?
No, actually, we're all in boot camp. We're all put in one location, whether it's a hotel. You need to go anywhere outside. There is transportation for you, unless it's like a personal thing that you need to go out for. But if it's a group activity, there is always transportation. Okay. How about items such as dresses? We need something to showcase a lot of our talents. We're going to have those nice long shiny gowns. How about those? Yeah, the gowns that you wear on stage, like for example the grand finale or the fashion show, they're provided. Yeah, so maybe it's sometimes you might need a gown, maybe carry a gown or two, but nothing too extravagant. You don't need like 10 gowns. That's whole fashion show. Yeah, and makeup, I believe, the same thing. Yeah, but just carry makeup that is comfortable. Okay. Yeah. I'm okay with this makeup. Okay. Yeah. So I want us to dive into now the actual contesting, where we're looking for the winner. Let's go down to boot camp. Tell me about boot camp. Where does boot camp begin? After all the regions? Or we can even begin boot camp while we're still looking for people in East and Western? When we do the Kampala auditions, normally the top 40 can be selected, and that is inclusive of the 5 regional queens. So 5 regional queens? Yes. And 35 other people for the competition. And then we have so many different challenges that go on, and the number keeps on reducing until the number that they want for boot camp. I want to hear about your first challenge. Our first challenge, really the one that eliminated us from boot camp, is that we were put into groups because they need to see how you work in a team. Yeah, and then we were given 1 hour to come up with a business and write a full business proposal for it. Yeah, and it has to be a people-centered business, like something that helps the community. Like a hotel? No, not like something that helps the disadvantaged.
All right. Like a hospital or clinic or...
Yes, whatever project it is, whether it's a water project or something like that. So you have to come up with realistic figures as well, where the money be coming from.
Like funding?
Yes, a full business plan for it. And then your whole group has to go and present it. So they see, as a group, how did you perform? Did you come up with a realistic business plan?
Right.
Yeah,
is it functional or is it operational?
How do you as a person speak and present what you're talking about? Okay. And all of those other aspects.
We're talking 40 ladies. This is a group of five?
Yeah.
Okay, so at least everyone gets a chance to speak.
Everybody, you have to speak.
All right. Oh wow, then this must be the biggest shopping. And how many did they cut off in the first one?
23 went.
Half the number.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it's actually serious business once you get in there.
It's very serious. Wow. One tiny mistake and
you're out.
You could be out. Yeah.
We're talking no below. Okay. So what happens else there? After the first 23, now you feel the pressure is on. So what next now? Are the next competitions singular now? You're picked as a person now to...
We go through both group and singular.
Okay.
But mainly group, because as Miss Uganda, you have to work a lot with people.
Yes.
You have to work a lot with children, with so many different people. So it can't be
singular all the time.
Yes, they're singular, but then they put us in groups. You have to do group activities and see how do you relate to other people. Are you so competitive that it affects the group?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you so self-centered?
Yes. So they put you in group challenges, but they are judging you.
You're seeing your actual activity.
Yeah.
So I did watch your boot camp,
really?
The one you were actually in, and I saw ladies breaking down. I saw them crying. Is this the pressure that's actually there?
It's very intense. It's very intense. It's by 6 you have to be up for exercise. Yeah, and by 8 you need to have been dressed, and you've already eaten, and you're already in class, ready for the next activity to learn.
And we're talking different classes throughout the week?
Throughout the day. Because then you have classes, and then you stop for lunch, then you have classes again. Yes, and then classes go all the way into the night. So you could get done with classes at around 10, sometimes 8 to 10.
Right.
And then after that you have to shower, then you have to tell people, vote for me, and then you have to talk to people at home. So and then they have assignments, because they give assignments and you have to handle actual paperwork. So you need to work on those. So you're waking up at 5:30, you're sleeping at 1 or 2 or 3 every single day for a month.
It's no joke. It really isn't.
Exactly. So it's very intense. It's very easy to break down. And then you're not seeing your family, you're in a house with people you've never been around.
You're not even allowed phone calls? Or
no, you have your phone calls, and you have your phone, you can talk to your family. There are days when your family can come visit, but of course you're not seeing them.
Right, all the time. Yeah. So that means you have to support each other as ladies.
Exactly. So you're homesick, but you have to bring your A game at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Throughout the whole day, every day.
Yeah,
it's very intense.
Does the boot camp offer you like emotional boost, and just boosting your confidence, whereby like winners are chosen and they're rewarded? There's a reward system in there.
Yeah, there are reward systems. Okay. There are reward systems, but even other than that, is that we always have somebody who talks to you.
A counselor?
Yes, a counselor. Somebody who is always there in case you need someone to talk to. Who's actually a participant.
Oh.
Yeah, so you don't feel so alone.
Yes.
I have somebody to talk to. Yeah, but there is a reward system.
Okay.
Yeah.
And speaking about rewards, does any starting from regionals all the way to the Kampala finals, am I receiving rewards all through? I like rewards. So I want to know, am I receiving rewards from regional Gulu? And I Kampala receive a reward? What is the...
No, not for the regionals.
Okay.
I think, the rewards are from boot camp. And normally it's not really in boot camp.
Okay.
It's after the final day of the finale. Because during the whole boot camp, you don't know who has won your challenge.
Oh, yes.
They don't tell you the winners of any of the challenges. So that's another reason why it's so
you actually have to.
Yeah, because you do the sports challenge and you don't know who the winner is. You do the fashion show, you don't know who the winner is. You do the talent and you don't know who the winner is. So runners, athletes, tennis players? No, not tennis. Okay. Footballers. Okay.
Any sports really?
Yeah.
Basketball?
Generally fit people.
Okay.
Yeah, because the challenges change.
Of course. That's why it's called boot camp. Okay. In boot camp, do you get like free time at some point?
You do get free time. Okay. There isn't so much free time because they don't want to keep you there for long. It's only a month. And you need to learn. You need to learn how to be a Miss Uganda in one month. Yes, but there is free time. We have days where we have them for ourselves. Yeah, we have days like maybe if we're after a hectic night.
Okay.
You have the whole day
to yourself.
To do what you want.
Do you have like parties in there?
Yes, we actually have a lot of fun.
Okay.
It's one of the intense things.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. We have some activities where I just sit in and listen and like, oh, Eka, stand up
And
dance
dance
for us, or dance this for us.
Okay.
So it's a lot of fun, really.
Okay, so I think just to dive back in the regionals, because that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
You mentioned the 2 days. The first day of the auditions and the second day of training.
Yeah.
That includes walking. What else is included there?
Mainly sometimes it's question and answer, getting to know you. They do a few personal interviews, mainly also because it's being recorded where they'll speak to each one of you, so you get to tell your stories so that they can know more about you and your background and what you stand for. Yeah, but they aren't that intense.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just pretty much to pick out a certain.
Which is even terrible because you only have a few minutes to really make an impact. Yeah.
So if I do win a region or a rural, do I leave and come to Kampala immediately, like first stay? Then they'll announce and then I can come to Kampala.
That's up to you. As long as you make it for the Kampala auditions to join the rest of the girls. If you want to come straight, it's okay. If you want to spend a few days, then you can spend a few days.
All right.
Yeah.
And I think being that you can move, I think you start to miss your family even more. I guess that's how tough the competition gets. Yeah. So at what point is the breaking point? You're like, whew.
I'd have to say the last week. Yeah. The last week I was sort of like, I don't care if I win.
I'm doing this.
Home. Oh, there was no, I'm doing this. There was no anything.
Let's go home.
I sat there and I'm like, I'm not a morning person. Oh, like I've been waking up at almost at 5:30
every day
and sleeping late, and I haven't seen my family except for a few times. And you don't really have time to be on your phone.
I know.
You don't know who is going to win. You don't know if you've won any of the small challenges. So it's like, you know what? I want to go home.
That is intense.
Yes. In the fourth week, by the time I reached the finale, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do my best. By that point, it wasn't really about like whether I win or I don't win. I want to do my best, and as long as I know I've done my best, I can.
That's all I need.
Yeah, it is. And then I did go home and stay.
You stayed. You
won. I stayed more for video week.
You actually won.
Yeah.
So this is the last week. Have we already reached top 5, top 10?
You don't know who has reached.
Wait. So all 25 of you, 20 something of us.
23 of us. We didn't know who made it to top 10. We didn't know. Yes, we didn't know anything. You didn't know your position at all. You didn't know how the competition was going to end. You find out top 10
on the day,
on the stage. Yes, of the grand finale. You find out who won the challenges on that stage. Top 5 is on that stage. So you have no idea at all.
Ladies, this is serious business, but you can make it. Okay, and speaking about just a little bit more about boot camp, the judges.
Yeah.
Do you have a chance to interact with them?
They do come in a day or two before the actual day of the competition.
So how about the small assignments you've been doing? That's not.
They have different judges for them. Okay. Yeah, you only see them, like, let's say for talent show, you see them seated at the panel. Yeah, to judge you. But the judges on the final day, you meet them
at the final.
No, a day or two before the final. Okay. Yeah, and they ask you questions and try and get to know you, so that when you see them on the stage, you're not as scared of them. Met them before, and they've met you before, and you're familiar with them.
So there's something called Sassi. I don't know if you know Sassi.
Yes, I do.
So Sassi is cheating. Cheat codes. So what are the do's and don'ts of Miss Uganda? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Or do this. Well, let's start with do's.
Well, be disciplined. Okay. Yes, be disciplined. Be clean. Be smart. Know how to interact with people. It is very important. You're around people all the time. Know how to behave in public and in private. Then also, don't lie about your personality, because bootcamp will break you.
Yeah,
If if you're a mean girl, it will show. So it doesn't really matter to lie about it. Just be yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are the don'ts?
Hannah says hello from Whitney.
Oh, hello, Hannah.
How's it going? Are you tired?
I know. How was the auditions?
The don'ts, I would have to say, don't use vulgar language.
Oh.
Generally.
Yeah.
If you tend to use any sort of vulgar language, any sort of cuss words, stop
Please
right
don't.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even after the competition, you're not going to be using them.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're not the face of Uganda, how's it?
Exactly.
Don't do it.
Don't be indecent, really, unnecessarily indecent. Don't come when you have it. Don't come when you don't actually want it.
Right.
Because you'll be stressing other people and yourself for no reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you are the elite of Miss Uganda right now. So what have your roles been personally as Miss Uganda freshman out?
Well, personally, the first one has to do with my project. CSR, that is going to different places.
Okay.
My CSR is on education, so going to different schools, I've gone to different communities in the villages, and speaking to those young girls and encouraging them. And that doesn't really end.
Right.
Because people even who follow you on social media, they are watching you to see
What are you doing?
Yes, can you inspire them? Yeah, so it's an everyday role really. Everywhere that you go, everything that you do, you have to really be careful, because something that could just be a minute for you, like one day you're like, I'm tired, I don't want to do this girl, and yet for her it's such a big moment.
Yes.
The role is really an everyday role.
Every day we go.
Yes, how are you acting? How are you behaving? How are you talking to these people? Are you being kind? All of those things that you have to be. The role is every day, isn't it?
It's not a one-time thing.
Yeah, you don't get to put it down and then pick it up again.
Oh wow! And being that you're touching into education, does that mean you can actually relay some of the grievances with these girls, with these young ladies, or the boys as well?
Yes, I can. I studied in a primary school, in a nursery school. Whose name I don't remember. I don't remember the name. It was a project nursery school, right? For so long. And then I went after that for part of my primary, I studied in a UPE school.
Right.
So I know the struggles that people in like the lowest
are going through.
Schools. Yes, what they went through. And then obviously when I came to Kampala, I got a chance to study in the better schools. Yeah,
so the transition.
Yeah, the transition was very hard. So I also know what people in these schools that are in Kampala struggle with. Yeah,
so you can relate.
Okay. To what is going on.
I believe you've become a role model to so many of the young ladies and girls that you've met. And do they give you vibes of, yes, I want to be Miss Uganda too? Have you inspired them to that level? What do you think?
Yeah, I actually do get a lot of people texting me and telling me what do I need. Some people texting me on my TikTok or my Instagram.
So we can reach you actually.
Yeah, I'm always open. If somebody's saying sensible things anyway. Sensible. I mean, I'll answer everyone. I talk to everybody, but then if you're not really saying anything that makes sense,
that's good.
Or that
yes,
then now I will not answer your messages. But so many young girls reach out, and I always try my best to talk to them. Okay. If I can't help them, and I know somebody who can help them, I always refer them to that person or connect them to that person as best as I can.
So this is a new era of 2024-2025 pageantry. Yeah. So what next? What happens? Are you forgotten after Miss Uganda? Is there a system where you're still involved in the pageantry somehow?
No, nobody's forgotten, because Miss Uganda is like a family. Yeah. They keep on calling you back. I know other queens from previous years who were there at the launch of this year's Miss Uganda. There are some who are traveling with them to the regions.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the first one is up before me, who is traveling with them and going there. So but it is really after the crown, it's really more of a choice. Like, do you still want to be part of the Miss Uganda Foundation, or you don't? Sometimes some people need a little bit of a break. Yeah, obviously, from all the responsibility, and then they come back. But it's a continuous rule.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's still hands-on, you can still have an impact even after the crown.
You still can.
Okay. And so for anyone that wants to still is very bent in on joining, what is your personal advice?
My personal advice is that don't take anything for granted. Don't take anything for granted. Is that during the whole process, you're so many girls, so you only have very little time
to make an impression.
To make an impression, yes. Show your heart whenever you can. Talk to people. Tell them how you feel, the issues that you care about. Any chance that you get. Obviously, don't be nagging and irritating.
Yeah.
No one to talk or not to talk. But just know that throughout this whole process, yes, it's hectic.
Yeah.
But it's just think about it as 2 months of truly being passionate and caring about what people are saying or doing, and caring about people. If they ask you a question, never just think, it's just a question,
I'm not going to answer it.
Exactly. So always answer as best as you can.
Always
dress as best as you can every single day. Present yourself as best as you can.
Okay.
Competition.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm still going to give you a list of requirements so you can actually get yourself ready. You must be Ugandan. You must be 18 to 26 years old of age, and your education background must run up to at least S6, that's senior 6. You have to have a national ID or proof of being a Ugandan from one of the identification bodies, that's NEAR actually. No married with no child. Ademun has been so kind to explain why you should not have a child. And no tattoos, please. This point is very interesting.
Yeah.
What if it's hidden? Except for that.
I guess if it's hidden, then you can see. But you see, when you're auditioning and you're wearing swimwear,
It will
it's
show.
very hard to have a hidden tattoo. Yeah. It's not really because they have a problem with you as a person, but
it's what it
let's
represents.
say, yes, if you take a picture, if it happens to show in public, is that for you, yes, it's okay, but for the young girl that's watching,
it's not a good.
Showing the best of them.
Interesting. Yes, and you must have signed consent from your parents and guardians. Why is this so? If I'm 18, I thought I could have, the choice to make my own decision.
Well, what if you actually just run away from home? And then your parents come and reach out to the media. They're like, why is Miss Uganda not supposed to be there?
I find you home cooking.
In fact, before we go into bootcamp, we have a meeting where all the parents come.
Oh.
And Miss Uganda speaks to them, and they get a chance to speak to Miss Uganda about their concerns. Because it's very important to know that your family
is backing you.
Yeah.
Okay. And this point, I'm going to contest it highly. You must be at least 5'6". Now, listen, I have a point here. So I have a challenge. I'm considered less than 5'6". But I kid you not, I'm 5.5 and a half. I'm almost 5'6". Yes, 0.9. So how about that? Let's talk about that.
No, again, about height, it's not really because of the Ugandan pageant. It's because also as a pageant, Miss Uganda needs to think about how they're going to represent at the international level. Yes, and at an international level, it is, well, I can't say it's an advantage to be taller. It's not really an advantage. It's such a disadvantage to be shorter. Yeah, so it's not that you're not amazing.
I feel it.
Yeah, but at 5.5, 0.9, it's hard to make it.
I have heels. That's my difference.
I see even the 6-foot girls have 6-inch heels, so you'll be looking at people like this.
What matters is my confidence. That's what matters.
But we did have a lot of shorter girls.
You did?
Yeah, yes, we did.
Okay, so how did that play out?
You have to be really okay. Yeah, some of them won titles.
Nice.
Yeah, but you have to work extra hard. Yeah.
Power to us. No more. Okay, yes, so those are the requirements for, so if you are listening in, please do get these arranged for yourself because they're coming to your region anytime soon. And Whitney did tell us that after Arua, we're going to Gulu. Yes, the northern region. So get yourself ready in Gulu. And if you want to just you can go to www.missuganda.co.ug and join the sisterhood, obviously. Make sure you download your forms. Can I get physical forms if I don't want to download?
You can get physical forms at the different locations that are set up for your region.
Okay.
For Kampala, it's at the Kampala office, which is in Kabalagala, Chikupatimo. So you can get them, go out and then fill them, and then bring them back in. But it's much easier to just download them online, fill them in, and then go once and hand them in.
Can we get some forms from here? Yes, we can get them from Energy Radio and in Zone Media Hub as well.
Wow.
So yes, if you're in Kampala and you're looking for where those forms are, please come through to Energy Radio and in Zone Media. We have the forms ready for you. And do we have any questions for Whitney online?
Someone just says short lives matter.
Oh wow! Yes they do. Yes they do. And I totally agree. And by the way, I am applying for Miss Uganda Kampala.
Wow.
Yes, they do. So Hannah is still in Arua, and the pageantry finals for Arua are happening on Saturday. Are we allowed to go and join? Can I take a bus right now and go and just watch Arua? Okay. Oh wow! I'm going to take a bus.
Yes,
okay. All right. I'm excited for this, and are you excited to meet the new contestants? Do you actually get a chance to talk to them when they do come to Kampala for the finals?
Yeah, we get a chance to talk to them in Kampala, and I'm so excited to meet them. It's also nice to be
to
watch
do
them.
Do that.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm really excited.
Great. So do you have any last words for any of our pageant contestants?
To be honest, it's not personal.
It really isn't.
It really isn't personal. You can make it, you might not make it, but don't concentrate on winning. Concentrate on what you learn along the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so excited to meet you guys. I hope that we'll be friends, and I hope that you will win anyway.
Yes.
Whoever the lucky winner is, I am so excited to meet you, and I can't wait to help you throughout your journey.
Yes. And how can they reach you if they want to, get some advice before they reach their region?
Ademun with Martha on TikTok, Instagram. Those are the ones I really use.
Yes, Instagram and
TikTok. I don't use Facebook and Snapchat as much.
Okay. Are you going to be joining some of the regions?
I might join Ginger.
Okay.
Yes.
We go together.
West.
Yes.
So
we go together. We're going together.
From Ginger.
You heard. Yes, it has been an amazing, amazing evening session. Just having a chat and getting to understand what exactly the journey to the crown entails, what you need to do, the do's and don'ts, and the whole beauty of it in general. Would you do this again? Would you do Miss Uganda again if you had a chance?
No, I wouldn't do it again, actually.
Why?
It's a little bit unfair because I've gone through the whole competition. So to compete against people who are going there for the first time, it's very unfair to them. So I'd rather they get the opportunity.
Okay. Do you think this is a big win for Uganda as a country as a whole?
It is. It is empowering. So many girls are being empowered. They are finding their strength. They are getting out there and taking up space.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. So don't sit back. Get out there. This is your chance to shine. I remember one of my directors, one Mr. Kevin Bell, kept telling me, "This is your time to shine, Eka." So yes, this is your time to shine. Go out there, get the forms, come down to Energy Radio, or to Zone Media Hub, get your form, and you actually stand yourself a chance to win. You never know, and I'll be more than excited if I did actually meet you before. Prerequisites. So yes, thank you so much, Whitney, for joining us. Say no more. I'm bringing out the highest of my heels. But this is okay, no?
No, bring her.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's 5.9. By the way, estimate the
If you're
0.9.
not taller than me, when you're wearing heels, I'm wearing heels.
Stand up. Challenge accepted. See, I'm taller.
Where are you taller?
Thank you so much for joining us on our Instagram Live. We really appreciate your time. Do watch out for our spaces on our social media. We'll definitely be posting any more updates that you may need to know. And keep listening to 106.5 Energy Radio because every single day we do remind you about what's happening with Miss Uganda 2024-2025. Thank you so much, Whitney. I really appreciate your time. Beautiful as always.
I appreciate you guys hosting me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
This is your home. What are you even saying?
You know, one of the hosts said you're welcome, and I'm like, you're still welcome.
I know, right?
Really?
So yes, until next time, have a good evening, be safe, and see you at Miss Uganda Finals.
Bye.
Ta-da!